Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your hostess, femininity coach, and author of The Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So, finally, Black women are starting to wake up and turn on Cardi B. At least there's a good percentage of Black women on the internet who are simply calling out the foolishness that Cardi has been up to. Before I get into everything, we're definitely going to let the video play, but go ahead, hit the like button, also hit the subscribe button, and also share the video. Here we go.
Yeah.
With, because the rumors on the streets be talking.
Mm-hmm.
And so the latest rumor about you is that you are having a baby.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to know what, if anything, you want to share about that with the class.
Well, yes, I am. I'm having a baby with my boyfriend, Stefan Diggs.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. How are you feeling about that? And that this will be baby number 4 for you, Cardi.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm actually I'm excited. I'm happy. I feel like I'm in a good space. I feel very strong. I feel very powerful that I'm doing all this work, but I'm doing all this work while I'm creating a baby. Me and my man, we're very supportive of each other. We're like in the same space in our careers, but like in different,
By that, what do you mean by that same space? That you're both doing well? What do you mean?
You know what it is? That I feel like we're really great and one of the best at what we do. And me and him think the same way. Like, it's like, yeah, we're one of the greatest, but what's next? What we doing again? We do it again. We have to do it again all the time. It's not like we're never like comfortable. We just want to keep doing it. And that's just how we both are.
You have a song on your new album. I can't wait for people to hear the new music, but there's a song called Safe.
Yeah.
Is he somebody that makes you feel safe?
Very safe. It both.
Let's start right away.
Yeah.
With,
Now you heard that gobbledygook, the hyena babble. We're going to get back to that. But this right here was how some Black women were actually reacting to this news.
What happened to y'all? What happened to your self-love, self-worth, self-value, self-respect, morals, ethics, class, dignity? What happened to y'all? What the fuck happened to y'all?
Well, yes, I am. I'm having a baby with my boyfriend, Stefan Diggs.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. How are you feeling about that? And that this will be baby number 4 for you, Cardi.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm actually I'm excited. I'm happy. I feel like I'm in a good space. I feel very strong. I feel very powerful.
Why would you have a baby by a man as a fun girl? Why would you have a baby by a man who was just lusting you, effing you? Why would you have a baby by a man who currently, allegedly, have 2, 3 kids on the way? Why would you have a baby by a man and your divorce is not even final? Why would you have a baby by a man who is not going to be with you? And I stand firmly on that. I repeat, why would you have a baby by a man who was just effing you because he see you as a freak fun girl? I don't care how many photo ops that are out here. You are seen as a fun girl by that man. Why would you have a baby under those types of circumstances? You know what? Enjoy your day.
The who?
The baby rumors?
Who is that?
You.
Oh, my personal life?
Yeah.
I told you about that. We won't talk too much about my personal life, but I heard about it.
Any celebrations that we'll see in the?
We'll see.
Why are y'all so okay with embracing baby mama culture? Having fatherless kids, having a baby from a man you haven't even been with the whole year. This man say to you, let me heal you. And you say he makes me feel safe. And you believe that? Girl, that man do not want you. And I stand firmly on that. I can't. Black women, what happened to y'all?
And I have not always agreed with every point that this lady on the screen has ever made in her videos. But beyond that, she ain't tell no lies in this video. She has not. She speaks to a lot of these young women out here through her social media pages. And she be telling them, listen, stop listening to foolishness, being delusional, getting into delusional, crazy situations, all because you're hearing what you want to hear, you're seeing what you want to see, you're doing what you want to do, regardless of red flags, warning signs, reality, things of that nature. And I actually wholeheartedly agree with it, because people were trying to defend Cardi B. Well, Cardi's not black. We know Cardi's not black. Cardi will tell you herself she's not. Okay. But at the same time, it's not the black woman that we're referring to is not Cardi. It's her fan base. It's y'all. Black women, I don't care how many times y'all get on this internet and say Cardi's not black. Y'all are black. And y'all are her largest demographic. Okay, for all the time that Cardi B has been out, this is only her new album, is only her second album that she's ever released in the last 8 years that she's been popular. She's just only released singles, had some features, this, that, and the third. But that ain't even the point. Y'all are her biggest fan base. And y'all will turn a blind eye. A hyena will turn a blind eye to all of the other foolishness that a hyena will do just to try to hold it up, because she either is in that situation, has been in that situation, or would be in that situation her dang on self. So a lot of you hyenas get on this internet and y'all cape for it, because this is the collective mindset. And I agree with this lady right here. Because she's saying, why would you have a baby by a man that only sees you as a fun girl? This ain't nothing but Cardi getting payback and against Offset, number one. And number two, this is also, I know the moves of a broken woman when I see it. Despite the fact that she got the money to take care of the kids, that's not even the point. That's not even the point. I've seen so many black women be like, oh, well, she got the money to do it. I don't care what kind of money she got. The ink is not dry on her and Offset's divorce. It's not finalized. They have had public spats off and on for pretty much the entire time that they were married, putting their personal business on the street. She has gotten online to scream and holler. She's gotten online to cry about it. She's gotten online to defend herself over it, things of that nature. They trade barbs back and forth over Twitter and all this other kind of stuff. As soon as her and Offset separated, she immediately moves on to a man who already has a bunch of baby mamas. That is clue number one about the brokenness of Cardi's mentality here. Because she's not taking any time to self-reflect. This is what a lot of y'all chicks do. She's not the only one. This is why y'all be caping for it. But I'm glad to see it was not only this lady, but it was other women, young women that was on TikTok and things like that. Like, no, Cardi, this is not the business. This is nasty. This is nasty. This is nasty, Cardi. You picking the same men and you're doing the same thing with the men. At minimum, you had the title of a wife to Offset before you were birthing his children. Nobody said a word about that, because regardless of whether or not we think their marriage was a train wreck and they cheating on each other and this, that, and the third, they were still married and she was still having children by that one man who was her husband. Okay, fine. Fine. You can say what you want to say about the condition of their relationship, whatever. It really ain't nobody business, even though they be trying to put us in the group chat, but whatever. Then you have this situation where you publicly split from your husband, not legally divorced, finalized yet. You've been running around with Stefan. It's only been a few months and you already pregnant. Now you a baby mama. You went from a wife that was having her husband's children. That marriage happened not to make it. Doesn't matter whose fault it is, blah, 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 blah. Y'all are in the midst of getting a divorce. This is the last thing that you was supposed to be doing. If you wanted to get in the studio and channel your emotions through your music, lots of artists do that. Come up with a project, get in the studio, whether it's singing, rapping, whatever the case may be, they dive headlong into their work. Everybody says it's a good album. I haven't listened to it, whatever. Now you running around sporting a pregnant belly by a man who would never be with you. I agree with Miss Natalie. I stand firmly on that. That boy don't want you. He doesn't want you, just like he don't want the other baby mamas that he got. He got all kind of newborns on the way, like 2 or 3 other kids. With like 2 other women or something. And you having a baby by him? Like, this is some gutter snipe stuff. But this is what I be talking about. Money don't change who you are. It just exacerbated. People always trying to pin money like money make you valuable. No. You still gonna be the same person that you was before. You still gonna be that person. Cardi, like so many other women, do not take the time out. Your whole marriage went to crap. And you have 3 children from that marriage that you need to be looking after. Your marriage went down the tubes publicly and messily as well. Your children gotta face the fact that all of that stuff, that evidence and this and that and all these videos and tweets and this and that are on the internet forever. That affects them. Then on top of it, you having another baby, you publicly sliding with just a baby daddy, dude. Because you always attract who you are. You should have stayed with Offset. What was the point of divorcing Offset? This is where I'm coming to at this point. What was the reason? Like that meme that they have of Cardi. What was the reason, Cardi? What was the reason? What was the reason of divorcing Offset for? If you still gonna be with a man that deal with a bunch of other women and having babies by them, what was the point of divorcing Offset? Y'all should have just made an agreement and said, hey, you do you, I do me. You know what I'm saying? We can stay together because I do kind of still like you and this, that, and the third, blah, 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 blah. And put it out your mind and go get in the studio like you did. Go make your music. He trying to go make his or whatever, I guess. Y'all should have just stayed together, especially if you was going to pick the exact same man, just with a different face. You ain't got the exact same man to do the exact same thing with the man. But to do less, because at least you got married to Offset. This one ain't about to put a ring on nothing. He ain't about to put a ring on nothing. You got that? Nothing. He, you know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't been together a hot 6 months or a year or whatever. Already with a big old belly. This girl is a good 4 or 5 months pregnant. Girl. And y'all be championing this foolish man. Gayle King gotta be diplomatic, talking about congratulations. Congratulate her on what? For being silly? Congratulate her for making yet another stupid decision? Congratulate her for not having, they say hindsight is 2020. What happened to her hindsight? That hindsight 5-5. Because how you ain't sat back? You had all the time in the world. How you ain't sat back and said, you know what, let me take a re-evaluation. My marriage is crap. I'm in the middle of a divorce. I got these children. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? All praises due. I got the money. Like, it's not like I'm homeless or in a destitute situation financially, but emotionally, I'm probably not doing all that well. You know what I'm saying? We publicly have SPACs and things of that nature. It's embarrassing to a certain degree, you know, and things of that nature. You know what? Let me sit back, you know, let me channel some of this energy into creating some music. Boom. Go in the studio, make you some music. Okay, fine. Ain't nobody. Stay off social media with the drama for I am out of drama. Yes. And you the messiness. That's why I'm glad some of these women in the comment section like, preach it. Women with morals and values are becoming rare. Thanks for keeping the values by trying to make a positive change and influence. We living in the Jezebel era. She not healed. This a woman says she not healed. She thinks she over her husband, but she not. Looking for love in all the wrong places. Lady say you so right. Somebody, a little woman says she did it out of spite. That's the worst part of it all. I do think that. Another woman say, even though I love Cardi B's music and her fashion taste, I can't support this. She needs to heal. She is setting a bad example for her children. She's building a broken home with a boyfriend. I understand her heartache was offset. She deserved better, but she should have focused on herself instead of bringing another life into the world. God forbid if they had ended up breaking up, how would this work out? It doesn't have nothing to do with finances. It have to do with building a home, building a unity. And I feel sorry for the children. This baby mama culture stuff, way out of control, been out of control for years. But jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your hostess, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.